Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chief Insider live from Shenanigans. We appreciate every single one of you for coming out for here, and also those who are watching live on Concho Sports Network. My name is Chad Miller. I am joined by my partner, Zach Carlock, and we have been graced by the presence of Lakeview Chief High School football coach, Hector Guevara. Coach, I mean, you know what? First off, thank you for being here today. We appreciate you coming out tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
But you know, let's just dive right into it, Coach. I mean, you had a great win against Lamesa, and then of course had your work cut out for you against Lubbock, and just sadly came up short.
Yeah, I mean, we started off pretty good first quarter, and then we had a big fourth goal stop. Offense came on the field and drove the ball 90 yards, scored, and we could, continue to play well the first quarter. We had an interception, good old Nacho over here, and then after that, we just, just kept. It was a struggle after that.
Yeah. Let me ask you, Coach, how much of that do you think it was just in the trenches, just losing control in the trenches a little bit?
Yeah, I thought we played well. The running backs from Lubbock High, they ran hard and they were very elusive. I thought we rallied the ball quite well. They just happened, we had some misassignments that bit us pretty good, and we were within reach through the whole game to the fourth quarter. So the kids were playing extremely hard. We're proud of them and their efforts, and like I said, we had a chance at the very end, but we let it slip away.
Yeah, one of the things I noticed on defense, you play that 3-4 defense scheme, and you were getting good penetration with those front three at the beginning of the game. Well, really through the whole game you were getting good penetration. Just seemed like those Lubbock running backs wanted to run east to west on you.
Yeah, they did a good job. I think the front seven played quite well. Like I said, we had some miscues in the secondary, but it's nothing that we can't fix. We just got to go back to the drawing board on that. And I think Coach Allen Barr addressed it this week. Offensively, we ran the ball well. We have Sammy here tonight, and he ran the ball quite well. The line did a pretty good job blocking. Like I said, we didn't punch it in like we needed to.
That's fair.
Coach, it's been a few weeks since we last had you on the show, so I got to ask you from a head coach point of view. Talk to us about Christopher Alviso's impact on this offense since.
Oh man, we've been excited. We're blessed to have him on our team. I think the boys have rallied around him. He's embraced that opportunity, and he's running with it. I think he's getting better at every game. Obviously, there's going to be some growing pains, young quarterback. But the good thing about that, he does a very good job, going to the next play and not worrying about, whether it's positive or negative. He worries about the next play.
And that actually kind of answered the question I was going to have, because after that interception, I mean, how do you tell a sophomore quarterback, hey, shake it off and let's move on to the next play?
Honestly, I don't have to.
Okay.
We don't have to. I think he does it on his own. He's a competitor, and he understands the game, and he knows that whether he throws for a 90-yard touchdown, he's got to let it go, because we got to go. He's got to regroup and play again in the next series. So,
any big players we're expecting to see that we saw? Braylon White didn't come back this game. And we didn't hear anything on the injury there, but we're expecting any big players to come back after this that are impact?
I'm pretty sure we're going to get everybody back that's been out, so we're excited.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Coach, we're about a third away into the season. Of course, halfway through that non-district schedule, almost at least. Talk to us about some of the positives that you noticed at the team early on.
Yeah, the effort, the competitiveness. These guys don't quit. They had a really good chance to not play and finish the game against Fort Stockton, being down by 21. I think at one point they battled back and lost by 3. Even through all the turnovers we had, and they battled. And same thing as Snyder. We had a good lead. And just we had some miscues, but we battled and stayed in the game. Bounced back and beat a very, very good Lamesa football team. And then Lubbock High, they're a very good ball club. Like I said, we had our chances, and the kids know that. And we respect everybody we play, but we're definitely going to be show up and compete. So we're excited.
Now, one of the things you mentioned, Coach, is that with the first two games with Fort Stockton and Snyder, your team was in it the whole game. Of course, beating a good Lamesa team, you had your shots in this Lubbock game. But one of the things I noticed with your team, and this is I want to see how much you attribute to the players with this. Because it's real easy to say it's good coaching, but how much of that is your senior leadership on this team that keeps these kids in it?
Yeah, it's 100% team-led, and these kids do a great job. Our captains, and even some of our lower classmen have stepped up and led, and they do that at practice and during the game. So we're excited. Very successful team that it's team-led.
Yeah, makes your job a little easier, right, Coach?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, Coach, we will have you step to the side for a little bit as we go to commercial. But Coach will be back in a couple segments.
Do we
later.
have a quiz?
Yeah,
Do we have a trivia?
I was getting there.
Okay.
Coach will be back in a couple segments, talk about the preview against Levelland. But for now, partner, we do have our quiz. And, Coach, you probably know the answer to this, so we're going to have you hold your answer off. But as we wait for it to show up on the stream here, I'm not too sure. But nonetheless, I will read it out loud. Here it is. So the trivia for today, who leads the Chiefs in receptions and receiving yards through 4 games? Of course, you have your 3 answers there, Chris Sardella, Christian Esparza, and Francisco Ramirez. Coach, you hold on to your answer. I'm sure you already know it. But for everybody else here and those at home, please feel free to let us know what you think it is. And we'll be right back with Chief Insider live from Shenanigans.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Since 1957, Medical Arts Pharmacy has been your neighborhood professionals, welcoming you when you come in and delivering when you can't. Through all the advancements in medicine, therapies, and equipment, Medical Arts has grown with you to make sure your family has the very latest in care. Today, we can offer you immunizations, all of your medicines in special multi-dose packaging, and compounding right here in your neighborhood pharmacy, where some things have changed with the times, but the best things never will. Medical Arts Pharmacy.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Chief Insider live from Shenanigans. And we come back to our trivia. Who leads the Chiefs in receptions and receiving yards through 4 games? There are your answers. I have some special guests here. But without further ado, let's reveal it. And it is Francisco Ramirez. He leads the team in receptions. Number 1, the senior. We actually got to talk to him during the first week of the season, if I remember correctly. But welcome back once again to Chief Insider. My name is Chad Miller, and I'm joined by 2 very special scholar athletes on the Chiefs football team. First and foremost, number 3, Sammy Ramirez, and number 8, Isaac Monreal. You may recognize Isaac as he has been on this segment once already this season, but that's all right. We appreciate him coming back twice. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us. You're welcome.
Love just you're welcome. Yeah, of course. Well, let's just jump right in. Obviously, Isaac, I know we talked to you, so we'll kind of put you to the side for just a little bit. So, Sammy, y'all are SAISD scholar athletes. So, first and foremost, man, how's school going?
It's going great. I'm still trying to get through it. Senior year, so senioritis is going on, but gotta do my work and just gotta stay eligible.
Oh yeah, hey, that's very important. Gotta be stay eligible so you can keep going in the future. I mean, you're a senior, man. So how's that college search been going for you?
It's going all right. I've just been focused mainly on this season, get through this first, and then focus on my future.
Oh yeah. Hey, nothing wrong with it whatsoever. I mean, do you have any sort of maybe a preference or an idea kind of what you maybe want to study?
Probably to be a head coach. I'm really like sports and stuff, mostly football, and it's just I like leading, people, like players and people, and I just in my heart.
Hey, you know what? We love that so much. Isaac, obviously, you know, we asked you way back when, you know, how school's going. But, hey, been a few weeks since then. So any updates, any challenges you're overcoming, anything like that?
So right now the only thing is making sure we stay on top of our grades. Eligibility check is coming up this Friday, making sure we have everything submitted and we're good to go.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what? I felt that a lot. I definitely feel that pressure, making sure everything's good. So I trust y'all are good. So hopefully we don't got to have to scratch your name out of one of these depth charts here for y'all. Well, boys, we're 4 weeks into the season. You know, sadly, maybe not where y'all want to be, but I mean, you were both part of this program last year. Everybody knows how that went. I feel like, personally, that there's a lot of improvement within this team, not only for the fact, of course, beat La Mesa, but y'all have been staying competitive within these other y'all's 3 losses have been competitive. Before this past week, you know, y'all won possession games against Fort Stockton, against Snyder. So kind of talk about y'all's personal thoughts, maybe some feelings in there, just reflecting on these first 4 weeks of the season.
It was like it was a really close game, and we couldn't like let them get in our minds. We stayed like locked in, and I just told most of our players like, hey, you know, I believe in y'all. I told my line, I was like, I trust y'all with my life, and we just competed.
Hey, you know, I love the energy you're bringing here. The hands really making you get that head coach material. But moving on to Isaac, what are your thoughts on it?
You know, I'm very proud of us so far. Like you said, we're staying in all the games. I just think what we need to do is keep our energy up. We start off slow sometimes, and once we get our energy up, it's there for a little bit, but as soon as something bad happens, it all comes crashing down. So if we find a way to keep our energy up throughout the game, I feel like that'll help us finish the game strong and maybe come out on top.
Yeah, you know, and looking ahead now this week under the bright Friday night lights, it's kind of weird y'all having to flop between Thursday and Friday nights, but we're back on Friday, traveling back up north to Levelland. Kind of just, obviously I know it's a Monday, but, you know, always got to look ahead. What are some things that y'all feel like needs to be improved within the team just to be able to try to maybe get closer to that second win of the season?
I say starting out faster, just flying around, and just not getting too ahead of ourselves in the game. I think that's like one of our main improvements.
For me, I think we just need to focus on sticking to each player's assignment and not try to do too much. Sometimes somebody tries to be a hero, everybody does, and one person does something wrong, the whole play falls apart, and that's where they end up getting us, get positive yards, and just focus on tackling. We had personal fouls last week, and that killed us.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Allenbar last week, and he told us kind of how everything, the win or loss, is just going to happen based on the trenches. Because, of course, we talked about with him where Lubbock offered just this big offensive line against, you know, an odd front. It kind of definitely posed a challenge, and obviously, unfortunately, they kind of got a little bit bigger. But nonetheless, of course, we mentioned looking ahead to Levelland, and, you know, hopefully we can go get that win this weekend. I know traveling on the road for 3 straight weeks may not be the most fun.
No, sir.
No. But of course, for those who may not be in the know, of course, Lubbock last week, Levelland this week, and then a little bit of a closer to home for me in Burnett. That's next week, a little closer to Central Texas. But Isaac, you already answered these questions because of course I'm gonna jump into the more fun side of things here. So Sammy, man, this is just strictly for you. Obviously, if somehow your answer changes between now and then, feel free to jump in. But Sammy, I always ask everybody, because music's a big passion of mine. I always listen to music whenever I work out, whenever I played. I gotta know, is there an artist, is there some songs that you just gotta listen to get you ready to play some football?
This is probably going to be a surprise, but I say either Drake, like old Drake, you know, just kind of calm me down, get me in the zone.
Is there a specific song?
I say A Few No Ways, Virginia Beach.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
Passion Fruit.
There you go. See, honestly, like you mentioned how it being weird, but honestly, I really don't see it as that way. We've had a wide variety of just different artists and music tastes. Isaac, you still the same on what you've been on, or you got something a little bit different this season?
I've switched it up a little bit, more upbeat music, like Texas rap. I like that Texas rap, and just like the beats.
I've had to dive into a little bit more, and it's a fun time. Now, this next one, before we close out this segment, I thought about this just very last second when I talked to the girls basketball team, and so I want to hear it from now other scholar athletes. I asked them, and I'm asking the same exact question: is there a player, whether it could be football, maybe it could be other sports, that you adopt either your play style and or your mentality after whenever you're on the field?
I'll probably have to say either like Ray Lewis. Yeah.
All right.
Like
Ray Lewis.
The intensity.
The intensity.
Yeah.
Oh man, you do a little dance like he does.
Some slight.
Isaac, I know you didn't answer this one last time. You have any inspirations that you try to play your game after?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Probably just any linebackers in general. Just try to mirror them.
Oh yeah, because I mean, and the great thing about the game of football, and of course this goes for any other sport, is just simply the fact that there's so much variety when it comes to the play styles. If you look at today, you had those big bruiser linebackers, like your Leighton Vander Esch is in, and now you have like your faster linebackers, kind of similar to like a Deion Jones or younger Deion Jones, and of course now in the game today, you have safeties playing linebacker all the time. Those box safeties, think of the primetime honey badger, it's nice to be able to see it. But gentlemen, I appreciate y'all for being on this segment. Would not be surprised if I see you again later on this season. But nonetheless, leveling this Friday, we will come back with head coach Hector Guevara here momentarily. But once again, guys, thank y'all so much for joining me. I appreciate y'all. We'll be right back with Chief Insider live from Shenanigans.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Since 1957, Medical Arts Pharmacy has been your neighborhood professionals, welcoming you when you come in and delivering when you can't. Through all the advancements in medicine, therapies, and equipment, Medical Arts has grown with you to make sure your family has the very latest in care. Today, we can offer you immunizations, all of your medicines in special multi-dose packaging, and compounding right here in your neighborhood pharmacy, where some things have changed with the times, but the best things never will. Medical Arts Pharmacy.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
Welcome back to Chief Insider live from Shenanigans. Thank you once again, everybody else who has come out here to show support for the Chiefs football program.
Great interview with those two young men. That was great. Those guys, well-spoken.
They're well-spoken young gentlemen, and I'm sure we'll have plenty of other well-spoken athletes coming on the show here now and in the future. But, Coach, right before we jump into previewing leveling, I'm sure, did it come to any sort of surprise that Francisco Ramirez leads your team in receptions and receiving yards?
No, sir. He works hard every day, and so no, not a surprise.
Oh, it's all good.
I thought all three of those receivers are great receivers.
They're fantastic receivers.
We got a good core of receivers, so. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But, Coach, another looking ahead to Friday, you got a date with Levelland, traveling up there to play them. They're just coming off of a 38-0. Just let's put it bluntly, they certainly beat the brakes off of Brownfield, 38-0. So, Coach, what do you expect? What are you looking forward to when it comes to face off against the Lobos?
We just got to go out there and play good complementary football and just make good choices and just throughout the ball game, make good decisions and execute the game plan. We definitely know that they're a very good ball club, well coached. But we feel like our boys will go out there and compete.
On the defensive side of the ball, Coach, when you look at the penetration you've had with that 3-4 defense, I noticed maybe in this last game you had to make a little bit of a shift, play some people up. Do you anticipate anything like that late in the game against Levelland?
We just have to wait and see how the game plays out.
Fair enough.
Coach, I mean, I know I ask this all the time to you, and I ask the other coaches. I know you don't like to ever single out one player, but I got to ask because for the journalistic integrity and my media mind, if you had to name one player, who is your X factor for this Friday night against Levelland? Who is that player that you think is going to make that big impact to try to give your team the victory?
The 11 kids that are on the field at the time.
I tried.
I saw that coming, Coach.
I saw it coming too, but I had to try. I
think everybody is important. Everybody has a role on the field. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard to single out anybody because everybody has a job to do.
And I fully respect it. I mean, well then let's look at it and maybe I can get a better answer with my next one here. Of course, we've seen the offense have a little slight inconsistencies within each week. Of course, that from week 1 to week 2 is because of a change of quarterback, and then week 2 to week 3, obviously just a variety of different things, including one just almost a complete game to secure the victory. And then now week 3 to week 4, we're kind of seeing a little bit of a stutter in some ways. What do you think needs to be done for your offense to kind of get back on track?
Not much. I think our kids are doing a good job. We just failed to execute last Friday. I think we had some miss assignments, offensively on the line, or we had some drop balls here and there. It's just one of those things. We just got to keep working and keep trusting the process.
Now, when we look back at the defensive side of the ball, Coach, is there any one focus that you want to look at to focus on that Levelland team that they do really well, that you want to make sure you try to focus on?
Yeah, they're pretty good. They run the ball well. They pass the ball well. So it's like Coach Allenbar, you guys were talking about earlier. We got to tackle. We got to tackle well and protect our side of the ball.
Fair enough.
Well, Coach, we're gonna wrap it up here with you, so you can get back to watching your Commanders. I know you've been eyeing.
They'll be out there, man.
But Coach, I do have one question for you. And we talked about this off air, but when the football season's over and you've wrapped it up and you're done watching football, is there any sport that you enjoy outside of the football stadium?
Yeah, I go out there and try to hit a little golf ball here and there, and and so when I do play golf, I'm usually in the trees looking for golf balls.
Hey, that's where I play. I play in the water.
Yeah, so we try to get out there and spend a little time. On a side note, we partner with San Angelo Veterans for Veterans, and we are trying to raise money for kids and veterans for scholarships. So
yes.
We're selling T-shirts and through our Lakeview football, and all 100% proceeds goes to them.
Absolutely. And as a veteran, I can tell you, Coach, I appreciate that as a veteran. I think that's a great thing y'all are doing, and I definitely want to come see you Wednesday when I'm up there and get mine set up.
Yeah. We appreciate what they have done for us and continue to do for us. So we try to give back when we can.
Awesome.
Great.
Yeah,
appreciate you, Coach.
I love that in particular. But for the sake of those of you watching at home, is there a link or a website they can go to be able to purchase these shirts?
Yes, and I'll get that to you. It's on my phone, but
we'll get with our director producer Shay Harris.
I'll forward it to Shay.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. We hope to share that out there because, of course, we love supporting veterans. We love supporting all these great causes that these schools manage to support. But, Coach, thank you once again. We appreciate your time being out here with us tonight.
Go get them Friday night,
Go get those
Coach.
logos, Coach.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate having us on tonight, and go Chiefs.
Let's get ready to talk to powerlifting.
Yeah, and he just teased it perfectly. When we come back, we have a couple of powerlifting scholar athletes that we will interview to close out the show. But you are watching Chief Insider live from Shenanigans.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Since 1957, Medical Arts Pharmacy has been your neighborhood professionals, welcoming you when you come in and delivering when you can't. Through all the advancements in medicine, therapies, and equipment, Medical Arts has grown with you to make sure your family has the very latest in care. Today, we can offer you immunizations, all of your medicines in special multi-dose packaging, and compounding right here in your neighborhood pharmacy, where some things have changed with the times, but the best things never will. Medical Arts Pharmacy.
Pain is never planned, and recovery time is never convenient. But the last thing you want to do is wait for answers. At Angelo MRI, you are more than a number. We can get you results within 24 hours at a price you can afford. So when you need to get back into the game fast, tell your doctor you want to go to Angelo MRI. We hope you don't need us this season. But in case you do, remember, it's your health, your choice, your MRI.
With great low rates on new, used, and refinance autos, we can save you money. First Community has great payment options and low prices for GAP, extended warranty, and credit life insurance, so we can make your payment fit your budget. Contact First Community for your auto financing needs.
At Schertz Landscape, we care about the quality of trees that you put in your landscape. Therefore, we grow our trees here locally in the Concho Valley. As a certified arborist, I not only care about the quality of your tree being planted, but I am also qualified as a tree risk assessor. I can evaluate the health of an older tree or the risk that it may have to you and your property. Come see us at Schertz Landscape, where we care about the quality of your trees.
Welcome back to Chief Insider live from Shenanigans. I'm here joined by, as my great partner teased before the break, two powerlifting scholar athletes for Lakeview, Malia Briones, and then Ethan Packard, senior and a junior respectively. So first and foremost, thank y'all for coming out tonight. How are y'all doing?
Pretty good, and you?
I'm exhausted.
That's exactly, I say that all the time. I feel that so much. Well, first and foremost, y'all are scholar athletes. As I learned just only 2 weeks ago, I always say student athletes, scholar athletes, with the way SAISD words it. So first and foremost, how is school going for the both of y'all?
For me, it's going very great, very fast, and very exciting.
Very slow for me. It's just been dragging along. I'm just trying to survive, really.
I feel that so much in my heart and soul. My goodness, I felt that so much. You are a senior,
yes,
so kind of how's that college research been going for you?
It's going very great, actually. I've been accepted to ASU and Tarleton State already.
Ooh, see, ASU, great school, fantastic school. Ramo, I went there. But no, Tarleton's also a fantastic school. I've heard nothing but great things about them, despite, of course, athletic rivals way back whenever. So, are those kind of your top schools? Are you looking bigger? What are you thinking?
I have been thinking about applying to UT, but Tarleton has been on my top of my list.
Hey, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But UT, I'm from Austin. But nonetheless, Ethan, I know, of course, you're a junior. You mentioned a little bit of a slow go with classes. Have you thought about just colleges yet? Are you still just kind of trying to stay afloat here?
I'm actually going to enlist in the Marines next year.
Well, you know what? There we go. You know what? I had I don't know where my partner went, but he is. Oh, he had to go? Oh, well, my apologies. But my partner is he's not a Marine veteran, but he is a veteran, so he would very much love that. But hey, nothing wrong with that either. You know, we of course, the United States loves their military, so fantastic stuff. Is there anything, and I'll come back to you with a similar question, is there anything that you want to do? I know, of course, they always say all Marines are riflemen first, but is there anything specific that you want to do in the Marines?
I'm actually going to join the infantry instead of being a firefighter like my family before me.
Oh, okay. So you had your family before you, so is there like a line of Marine firefighters?
Well, not Marine, just firefighters in general. So my mom
is
a Air Force retired firefighter.
Okay. Oh,
And then my stepdad is a retired Marines firefighter and instructor.
You know what? This sounds amazing, and we definitely going to talk to you more about that later. But for you, of course, we just kind of talked about your college journey thus far. What are you looking to study, or maybe go with it?
Orthopedic surgery.
My goodness, have some very diverse scholar athletes on this show. I've had a little bit of everything, and I believe you probably have the most detail-oriented field thus far. But what inspired you to do it?
Well, mostly just, I will be honest, it was watching Grey's Anatomy. But I've always wanted to be involved in the medical field.
Okay.
And I had a recent experience with breaking my arm myself.
Okay.
So that's what got me into that.
Awesome. Well, I just realized we're close to the end of the show, but I'm going to just take ahead and drag it out a little bit further because, well, first and foremost, we got to talk about y'all sports. I spent so much time on y'all. We got to talk about your sports. Powerlifting, walk me through it. Are y'all currently season? You're preparing for season? How's that going to feel?
We're currently not in season. We will not start until after Thanksgiving break of November.
Okay.
And then we'll start preparing for the season.
Awesome, fantastic. And then I'm sure you're going to say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I guess forgive me, even though I'm a bigger guy, I did not powerlift in high school. So kind of how do those meets go for y'all? Is it more like y'all kind of do a little bit of everything? Do y'all focus on one certain lift? How does that go?
Well, there are 3 primary lifts that we all have to do: squat, bench, and deadlift.
Same thing.
Same thing?
Yeah.
And so is it like I'm assuming it's like a combined weight, and that's kind of how y'all results? Okay. Fantastic. So I guess it kind of brings me to my next question. I guess is there a certain lift that you think is either your best or that you like to do the most?
Squat.
Squat?
Sure.
Squat and deadlift.
Deadlift, yeah. I know whenever I was playing ball in high school, I definitely loved me some deadlift. That was always so, I don't know why it's easier for some reason. It feels easier. But I guess it kind of really comes down with it. Do y'all, I believe your coach is here, if I'm correct. Yes, Sergio Plata. Awesome, fantastic. Talk to me about your coach. Just kind of give us a little bit of insight on how it is working with him.
He is so supportive. He's always pushing everyone to do their best, and he's there for everybody.
Same thing for you?
Yeah. But there's one thing special is that all these coaches that have supported us and helped us through our careers so far is that they see potential in us that we don't see.
Yeah?
They push us past the limits that we didn't even know we had.
You know, we love that, and those are some strong words for your coach there. I'm learning this as I'm a little unfamiliar with Lakeview. I learned this a couple weeks ago when I got bamboozled by a couple of baseball players who also played football. Is powerlifting your only sport, or do y'all play other sports?
Powerlifting is my only sport.
Only sport?
I do football and baseball as well.
My goodness. All righty. I'm getting bamboozled by these players here, Coach. I see you over there. You're having a little chuckle to himself. But so you said football and baseball. Mm-hmm. Awesome. Well, I guess, for the sake of just putting it out there, what position do you play for both sports?
So football, I play a little bit of linebacker for defense, but my main defensive position is corner, and then my offensive position is offense. H.
I just love
little brain fart.
His offense is offense.
Yeah.
Gotta
Put me in
love
any
it.
position, I'll play.
He's willing to do anything and everything. I love it so much. Okay, now let's dive into a little bit of expressing your personalities, and then we'll close out the show. I ask every single scholar athlete this. I'm very big into music. I love listening to music when I work out, all that fun stuff. I had to assume when you're lifting a bunch of weight, there has to be some sort of song artist that you need to make sure you get yourself over the hump. Let me hear it. Who is it, or what genre, or what songs?
I really don't have any specific song, but I do have a voice recording from my grandpa.
Oh, okay. But is it just like a little motivation kind of deal? Is it just kind of making you push you through it?
Yes, sir. It's just a recording. Sadly, though, he had passed last year from cancer, so he's my mainly motivation.
Well, first off, let me express I'm sorry for your loss. But second, that is very inspirational. I apologize to follow that up, but I'm sure I'm sure it is very. Is it just one of those things you kind of listen to? And forgive me if I'm digging too deep here, but it's something you kind of listen to for like every meet, every time you work out. Or is it one of those things like you just it has to be a special moment for you to
right before
play
it?
Right before.
Mm-hmm. Like usually the night before, when I get into that mindset of what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do it, I put on that recording and it helps me.
Hey, you know what? That is absolutely inspirational, and I hope it continues to motivate you through your lifts. Once again, you have to follow that up. But what is there any artist songs? What do you got?
I have a specific song I listen to. It is Hot Wings from Rio. It's just, it's a very hyped song, and I love listening to it.
Wait, from the movie?
From the movie.
Is this the one? Oh my goodness, I'm trying to remember
it's
now.
It's the one with the birds.
It's with the birds?
Yes.
Is this the one where they're in the dance party?
Yes.
I love that song so much. And then of course it cuts to Birds versus Monkeys.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, you just a little bit of childhood just blew up in me there. Alrighty. Well, first and foremost, we're going to end this show. Before I do, I kind of just thought about, of course, you mentioned you're in off season. You start out to Thanksgiving, fantastic. What is your goal for this year? Whether it's as a student, as a power lifter, or for in your case, maybe football or baseball, what's your goal that you hope to succeed this year?
I'm shooting for first at state. Last year I got 9th, but I promised my grandpa I'm going to win state.
I love that so much. My goodness, it's all coming together for him.
My goal is to shoot for top 10 at state and hopefully come back maybe with a medal or something. We'll
That'd
see.
be phenomenal. If you don't mind me asking, what was your result last year?
I did not get to finish my season because I broke my arm.
You just mentioned that, and I'm a doofus for forgetting that. I apologize. So top 10 first. I'm loving these goals, and first off, thank you so much for both y'all's time for joining me today. Malia and Ethan, thank y'all so much, and thank you to everybody at home and everybody here at Shenanigans watching Chief Insider live. We appreciate every single one of y'all's support. You can catch the Chiefs football team against Levelland on Friday here on Concho Sports Network. My name is Chad Miller. On behalf of my partner, Zach Carlock, as always, take care of each other and yourselves. Thank y'all so much for watching. We will see y'all next week.